will be Liberation Day because we'll be taking in large amounts of money for our country, and that's lower taxes and all of the things that are good, and jobs, a lot of jobs.
And what's your message to the big corporate clients of the big law firms that you've targeted with your executive orders? Do you want those big corporate clients to find new lawyers?
I just think that the law firms have to behave themselves, and we've proven that. We have others that want to make a settlement also. They, having to do with the election and other things, they behave very badly, very wrongly, and I appreciate the one, these are the biggest firms, and they all came back realizing that they did wrong, and that's why they're doing this. So I just think they have to behave. We have to straighten out our country. We have to straighten out our elections. Our elections are very dishonest, very corrupt, and we have to straighten it out. And it's so easy to do it. And we should go to paper ballots. We should go to one-day voting. We should go to voter ID. And just one other thing, proof of a thing called citizenship in the United States. Wouldn't that be nice? How simple does that sound? Proof of citizenship, voter ID, one-day voting, and paper ballots. Paper ballots are very secure. They have watermark paper. It's very intricate stuff. It's very technologically advanced, even though it's paper. And you'd have no trouble. You wouldn't have dishonest elections, and you'd have them all done by 10 o'clock in the evening. France went to that, and not that I want to copy anybody, but many others have also. And they had 38 million votes, and it was all done at 10 o'clock. They had a winner, they had a loser. That was it. Nobody was complaining. And they had it backed up with paper. And it's so easy to do. The other thing, you'd save about, this would cost you about 8% of what the machines cost. So the paper would be much less expensive. So if you're looking to save some money, that's a good way to save it. So it's a shame that we've gone through it. We've gone through a bad election, really bad election. The election was so bad. And think of it. You wouldn't have had the October 7th disaster with Israel. You wouldn't have had Russia and Ukraine, because that would have never happened. You wouldn't have had inflation. You wouldn't have had the type of withdrawal from Afghanistan that you witnessed, which was probably one of the primary reasons that Russia went into Ukraine. They saw that mess, how badly it was handled. They said, wow, this is a paper tiger that was handled by incompetent people. But that wouldn't have, we would have been out, but we would have kept Bagram, the big air base, which is 1 hour away from China, where they make their nuclear weapons. Would have been nice to have it, but now, you know who has it now? China has it. And so an honest election, and we wouldn't have had inflation. You had the record-setting inflation. We wouldn't have had inflation. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to...
Man, it's really interesting that he still wants the elections to get secured in a way, although he just benefited from the way they are. Not saying anything happened, but he won. So he could easily just be like, it's fine. But he's still like, no. We need this to be secure. I don't care if I won or if I lost. We need this to be secure. It's pretty solid, honestly, because he could just be like, well, how do I benefit from this? There's holes in this. How do I benefit? Let's go. Let's see how we can do this. But instead, he's like, no, let's switch over to paper ballots. I feel like India counted some ungodly amount of numbers in one amount of votes in like one day. It's just like, no problem. But I mean, maybe they didn't. I don't know. It's very hard. I would love to see a system where people are on camera counting votes. That's what I would like to see. Just on camera, just counting votes all day, or for the one day. Just a whole camera setup so everybody could just watch, and there could be a bunch of people watching each person. You can't see them, throw anything away, anything like that. That's the part that should happen alongside paper ballots. And the proof of citizenship and the ID and everything. It should all just be one thing. You're going to vote. And also it should be a day off, right? Give and take. You have to supply all that. Also, you get a day off, right? You get a day off. It's just voting day. It should be a national holiday, obviously. Everybody goes and votes. Everybody sits back. They wait for the results. And that's that's the day. Why wouldn't that be a thing? I don't get it. Especially with what California's doing. Holy, yeah, national holiday. 100%, why not? You expect people to vote, right? So what, are you going to not give them the day off? They need to go and vote. They're a citizen. They got their ID. They have say in who should be the president, who shouldn't. They should, liberals, conservative, Republican, Democrat, libertarians, everybody should get the day off, and you go and vote. That'd be it. Yeah, and voting's done by, say, I don't know, hopefully, with all the voting places that they have, everything's done by 3:00. The votes get counted up. Those people are watched like hawks. No running around with bags of votes. Like, oh, we got to go over here. Sorry, I got to take this bag over here. No, none of that. None of that. You just get watched counting out votes. You count them out. You're done. That's it. California took 3 weeks to count their votes. Someone should get charged just for that. Just for that. Like, what happened? What are you doing? It was crazy. You could see the places where, can't say for sure, but you can see places where you're like, is somebody trying something here? There was little things. Everybody should be held accountable in that respect. Agreed. He's setting a valid voting process for the future. Yeah, that's the thing. He's thinking about the future because he doesn't know. It might be, I've been hearing speculations of Bernie Sanders and AOC running 2028. He's doing something that benefits them. He's doing something that benefits J.D. Vance, maybe himself, maybe Don Jr. He's benefiting, like, people, everybody's going to benefit from this. It should just be a secure process. The fact that it's even up for debate is crazy. The fact that California is like, if you ask for someone's ID, you can get in trouble. That's so crazy. There's so many things Gavin Newsom should have to answer for. There's so many. Why did you do that? I actually did an episode on my main channel, on my main YouTube channel, where there was this guy from MSNBC, black guy, big gray afro, black guy. And he's talking about, he's like, us Democrats, we protect voters' rights. He's like, and there shouldn't be any pre-registration. And he was just basically talking about just, happened pretty much California style. And he's positioning it like, oh, we're just protecting people's voting rights. It's like, that's not protect. If you just leave it no holds bars, you're not protecting anything. It's just open. It's just Wild West for anybody who wants to run in there and vote. It's crazy. It will be like a bowling or poker tournament watching the ballot count, right? And they have their glasses on. They're just like, we got Gloria Gomez here. She's counting up California votes. She's been going pretty hard for the past 20 minutes. Hasn't stopped at all. Haven't seen a finger lick in about 20 minutes. Oh, here she goes. Oh, we got one finger lick so far. Keep going. See here, she's counted about 10,000 votes. Her wrists, she hasn't changed her wrist position at all. This is actually amazing. We got Tyrone Biggums in Chicago. He's been counting the votes pretty steadily. Hands are getting very ashy. I've noticed that a little bit. Haven't seen one finger lick from Tyrone. That'd be great, man. Just watch them. Get to watch them like hawks. They be live on X. Get them live on X. Get them live on Instagram. Get them live on YouTube. You get to watch wherever you're from. You get to watch. Watch them count your votes up. That's how it should be, man. Just imagine everyone was required right after they vote, stop and watch the ballot count. Yeah, why not? Why do those people not get watched? They're in a very precious situation. Should be protecting citizens' voting rights, right? Gloria, gotta watch the finger lick. Get the man some lotion. Ashy Larry, he's known for no lotion whatsoever. He's big in Detroit. He's counting up those ballots. He goes very hard. I see a little bit of glimmer of sweat on Ashy Larry. Why not, man?